We've all seen the headlines and news reports. America's children are not making the grade when it comes to good nutrition. Only 2% of youngsters meet the dietary recommendations. Teenagers drink twice as much carbonated soda as milk, and only 19% of teenage girls meet their needs for calcium. In the past 30 years, the percentage of overweight children and adolescents has more than doubled. These trends are troubling when you consider the link between nutrition and health. Did you know that diet is related to the 5 major causes of death and disability in America? Heart disease, stroke, some cancers, diabetes, and osteoporosis. Children's eating habits now can have profound effects later in life, and some of these problems show up in younger people. For example, a type of diabetes that is related to weight, once limited to adults, now affects as many as 30,000 children. In addition to the health effects, improper nutrition can also affect learning and academic performance.
And there's many, like what I call horror stories of kids who come in and they're tired, they're lethargic, and until they get that lunch during the day, they really aren't paying that much attention in the school classroom. So it's very important that we, because again, like I said before, we're the only real place a lot of kids get their best meal. Nutrition plays a big part in their learning environment.
Schools are important in creating healthy eating patterns. According to the Carnegie Council on Adolescent Development, schools could do more than perhaps any other single institution in society to help young people and the adults they will become to live healthier, longer, more satisfying, and more productive lives.
Well, I think nutrition is a top priority, as is exercise and fitness in general. I think that educating children begins with children being alert, feeling good about themselves. At this age, in a middle school level, self-esteem is critical, and if a child's lethargic or grossly overweight, that certainly doesn't do anything to promote self-esteem, and certainly, I think, hurts their entire educational experience.
When America has been faced with challenges in the past, such as drug use, teen pregnancy, or alcohol abuse, schools and communities have banded together to confront these issues and make positive changes. In 1946, when military recruits were being turned away from service due to malnutrition, the nation turned to schools and instituted the National School Lunch Program to safeguard the health and well-being of the nation's children. Today, the National School Lunch Program and the School Breakfast Program still serve this role, but the programs have changed as the nutritional needs of children have changed. In 1995, the School Meals Initiative for Healthy Children required schools to work toward planning meals that meet the dietary guidelines. School food service personnel have been working hard at lowering the fat in school meals and offering more fruits and vegetables, while still serving meals that kids will eat.
We offer high-quality foods at a very reasonable price, and we have tailored our menus to address the needs of the students. But we're not going to put items on the menu that I, as an adult, want to eat. We want to put items on the menu that students are going to want to eat and that they're going to get the best nutrition from.
The nutritional quality of school meals has improved, and participation in school meals programs has had beneficial effects on the quality of children's diets. Studies of the school breakfast program show participation is associated with improved test performance, reduced tardiness and absence rates, increased attention, improved behavior, and emotional adjustment. In some schools, while good nutrition may be taught in the classroom, students are getting conflicting messages throughout the rest of the school environment. Over the years, some troubling trends have emerged that may lead to unhealthy habits. These include allowing competition with the school meals programs from less nutritious options like vending machines and school fundraisers that focus on candy sales. If these trends are going to be reversed, action must be taken to create nutrition-friendly schools. Once again, schools are being called upon to meet a challenge, and they can make a difference. Recognizing the troubling trends in children's diets and the crucial roles schools can play in reversing these trends, USDA has provided guidelines for establishing nutrition-friendly schools. What is a nutrition-friendly school? It's one in which there is a commitment to nutrition and physical activity. Quality school meals are served, and if other foods are offered, they include healthy options. Pleasant eating experiences are provided for students. Quality nutrition education is offered to help students build the skills they need to make healthy choices. And the benefits of these healthy choices are marketed to students, parents, teachers, administrators, and the community. School administrators play a major role in creating nutrition-friendly schools.
I think that we have to go back to why we got an education, which is for the primary reason for the education of our children. And everything that we see and read, all the medical studies and all the academic studies point to nutrition as being a lifelong concern. And if we're concerned about a person's lifelong need to read or be able to do mathematics or understand scientific concepts, I don't think that it's a big stretch to realize that their health is as equally important.
You can go on forever and ever and just teach standard courses or just run standard programs, or you can start taking the tough road, which eventually winds up being the right road, and that's the road to proper nutrition, and it has to start somewhere.
Today the children are bombarded on television and radio and with the junk food, and that seems to be even in the supermarkets when they go shopping. It's the visuals that they've received on the TV, and then they gravitate to all the sugars, and I think it's part of our responsibility to make them more aware of good nutrition.
I think we really have that captive audience where if we do promote healthy eating habits and we do provide children with information, they will assimilate that into their lifestyles. And so I think we have an opportunity in that regard that many other people do not have.
School decision makers must consider finances in many of their decisions.
Well, when I first arrived at Milton High School, we had several vending machines dispensing sodas and juices. Prior to my arrival here at the school, the kids had pretty much free access to those machines, which I wasn't comfortable with. And as time unfolded, particularly with the advent of our renovation projects, those machines were removed. One of the trade-offs was definitely we did lose some revenue, but I think it was too high a price to pay for those revenues, and so we've simply gone into our other funds to fund some of the projects and annual purchases that those machines had funded in the past. It's just a matter of trade-offs, and I think the higher priority of our students' health needed to take precedence.
Well, it's easy to say the ends justify the means in terms of what you would use proceeds from the sale of unhealthy foods and drinks. But on the other hand, I think there are ways that funds can be raised. We look through our budget every year, year in and year out, to the best ways that we can use the funds that we have available and how we can raise additional funds. And I think we need to be very careful that we end up not selling the soul of the district and the soul of our students just to make a dollar.
Parents are concerned about their children's health and are calling on schools to be responsive to these concerns.
We're supporting nutrition-friendly schools because we believe that schools have a commitment to provide good nutrition to children while they're in schools. The school environment sets an example for children in terms of the choices that they make while they're in school and during their school meals. And we feel it's important for school board members and policy members to set the standard for healthy nutrition.
Everyone has a role to play in this effort. Teachers, school food service staff, parents, administrators, school board members, and students working together can create environments to encourage good health.